Okay, so we're going to put a ceiling plan in, and I have a ceiling in these areas, and I got a couple of rooms here I don't have a ceiling in. So let's go put a ceiling in that. Okay, my computer had locked up, so I had to shut down and reopen the program. So now it should work all right. So we're talking about putting the ceiling plan in, and I'm just going to zoom in up here, and I'm going to put a ceiling in one of these small rooms here, which are this is a storage room, that's a mechanical room. So I'll just put one in the storage room. So if I go up to ceiling, okay, so I go to ceiling, and then I have some options on type of ceiling. So I'm going to use a 2x4 acoustical tile ceiling system in this room. So I'll click on that, and now because my ceiling, I mentioned earlier that I set my walls at 10'4" so that my ceiling could go in at 10 foot. You'll just set this to 9'10", right? If I were to set my ceiling here, just to show you the example, if I change my ceiling height here to, let's say, 10'6", now it's going to want to put the ceiling over that whole area above those walls, right? And I don't want that because I want to make sure that it's in between the walls. So I'll just go back and change it to 10 foot. And then I can hover over each individual room. So we'll put a ceiling in this room here, and it automatically throws the grids in. Okay, so it throws them in where it thinks they should go in the simplest form. But if I look at that little room and I have a grid down the middle, and I want a ceiling fixture exactly in the middle of that room, I can't put it in now, right? Because I got a grid in the middle of the room. So I need to move something. I guess I put 2 in there, huh? Okay, so I can take this grid, so I could take this grid and move it 2 feet, right? And now I have a 4-foot grid. I can delete that one. I still have 2 ceilings in there? I'm going to try this again. I must have clicked on it twice and put 2 ceilings in there. So I'll go back to architecture, go to ceiling, go to my ceiling, click on that. Okay, now I want to move this one 2 feet. And now I have a space. One of these 2 spaces could be a ceiling fixture. But if I want that ceiling directly in the middle of the room, I'd have to move it again. I'd have to move it up 1 foot. And now I have a spot to put a fixture right exactly in the center of the room, right? So you can do that. If I wanted my fixture to my grid system to go the other way, so my 4-foots are running vertical instead of horizontal, I can click on one of these and rotate it 90, and they'll all rotate. Okay, so you can flip them around, whatever you want to do. Now I would have to move it again because now I can't be in the center, so I would have to do some more adjusting. So I'll just undo that, and now I could put a fixture in the middle there. So I'm going to go put a fixture in. So I would go to components, and in my case I've already put some fixtures in the program, but you may have to go load them. So if you went to load fixtures and you went to electrical lighting, architectural, interior, what you're looking for is a troffer light. When they fit into a grid system, they're called a troffer light. and we can put in 2x2s or 2x4s and so forth. So since we got a 2x4 grid system, we'd want 2x4 troffer light. And it comes in, and then you just hover over the grid system where you want to put it. I would have assumed that the program would have been set so that it would automatically snap into the grid system, but as you can see, it doesn't. Okay, it'll put it anywhere you want to put it. So you do have to make sure that you put it so it matches into the grid system. So you'd want to move it from that corner to that corner. Okay, so you can also put in recessed can lights if you want to. You could do that as well, but that's the process for doing it. So, like in this big room here, I wanted to make sure I put 4 fixtures in there that were evenly balanced in the room, so I had to manipulate where the grids were in both directions to get that to work out. So it's fairly simple. I just want you to show the layout of light fixtures and the grid systems in your office end of the building only. I don't even need you to do any labeling unless you want to. So just because we got short on time now, just get the lighting laid out in that part of the building and put your ceiling in at 9 foot 10 inches, right? Okay, that's it.